Lego will never again sell straight train track by itself. There you have it. That's the answer to the thumbnail. Hopefully you learned something. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. I'm just kidding. I have more content. But isn't that nice? You received the answer to the thumbnail right away. You didn't have to wait 20 minutes. If you don't want to stick around, at least give me the like for that. And subscribe if you like Lego train stuff or Lego stuff in general. Anyway, for 40 years, Lego sold straight train track by itself without curves. Why'd they stop? I will answer that towards the end of the video because first I want to tell you a little bit of a history of the trains. In 1966, Lego had their 4.5 volt series trains where they actually sold individual packs of train track that were straight pieces. Look at this. Straight train track. You can purchase straights or curves separately. That way you can increase however your layout, build it however you want it, and only buy what you need. Beautiful concept, right? Then in 1980, they did the same thing. Straight train track by itself. These trains, I think, are amazing because you can actually build the track as a piece. You can build the rails with the ties, and I think that's really awesome. I have one train from this era, and I'm really happy with it. I'll definitely showcase that in a video, but I'm hoping I can get more somewhere down the line. Then they switched over to a single piece of track. I understand why they would want to do so. It's less apt to lose it. You know, it's one solid piece versus, you know, maybe you lose a tie or you lose a rail and then you can't complete your train layout. It was 91, right? Then in 1991, Lego released their 9-volt train series. This is pretty awesome. It was this track, but with metal on it. And that's because the electricity ran through the rails. These pieces, again, were sold as 8 in a pack, 8 straight pieces, or you could buy the 8 curved pieces. Pretty awesome, right? You bought what you needed, you could use what you want, and then it's awesome for your train layouts. This series was amazing, and they continued releasing this set until around 2005, somewhere in the early 2000s. I don't have an exact date. But in 2006, Lego came out with the RC trains that we have today, the trains that use this plastic track. Overall, these trains are pretty cool. I think it's a nice thing they have nowadays. But that train track is compatible with the stuff from 1991. That metal train track, this 9-volt track, is compatible with the RC track. But in 2006, Lego did the dirty. They did this. Why, Lego? Why? Straights and curves together, 8 and 8. Most people need more straights than curved pieces for their layouts, but that's how they chose to sell it, and today they still do the same thing. At least now we get some flex track. There have been some models in between where it was this, and now it's this. This one's actually all right because at least we get 8 straights, 4 curves, and then your flexible track. The flexible track, you can use these and 4 of them combined make 1 straight, so they work. But again, not as perfect as 1 straight rail if you want an actual straight piece, because these will curve and flow a little unless you attach pieces on the side of them to hold them together. Overall, not bad. This is $19.99 retail price, but it is sometimes on sale for $16 on both Target and Amazon. I've seen it. At least Lego builders are creative. They've been using these extra curves in their builds. I've seen people that have built actual buildings with the curved pieces because they do hold up well in a structure perspective and they give a cool curved look to any city design. I'm working on a design where I can design an arched bridge. This is like, it could either go this way or it can go this way, and it would have 2 layers. I think the cool thing here is not only would it help with the structure of it, but then this whole part here can be designed. You can put plates on your pieces, tiles, vines, whatever you want, bricks, and make it look really cool. So I'm working on this bridge design, and hopefully someday soon I'll have a design here that anybody could build with a few parts, and they can put it from table to table to run cooler track layouts. There's a few reasons why Lego won't produce these track pieces together anymore. Number one, it's marketing. I think Lego will never come out and publicly say, hey, we will never sell straight track and this is why we sell them together, but it's marketing. They're selling both these parts. They want to sell an equal amount of these parts, or at least try to. And maybe they're trying to give variety to children or builders that, have their first train layout and they want more track pieces. Myself growing up, once I had enough curved parts, I just wanted more straights and maybe a couple switch pieces here and there. Keep in mind, each train set comes with at least 16 curves to give you a full circle. 2 train sets, now you have 16 curves. All in all, Lego, when they sold these straight pieces, they also sold the 9-volt track piece of curved rails. And this set didn't do well because people, again, didn't need to buy it as much. Check out Bricklink. They're not worth a lot, even sealed. But then we also have cost of production and research and development when they're making parts. A Lego part definitely goes through a lot of processes to figure out, what works well. Is it going to break? Will it fracture in a certain area? Does it bend? How does it perform when the trains are on it? I'm sure it went through a fine process of designing it, and I'm sure they've tweaked it a little throughout the years without us really even knowing. If they spent this much money and time in designing this part, the same amount of time went into the curves as well, so they'd want to try and at least sell equal amounts of them. Machining for Legos is quite expensive because the mold itself, think about how precise Lego parts are. To have something on this scale that connects together and is perfect every time, that's amazing. Lego is a whole, from an engineer's perspective, I think Lego is an amazing company and things are quite insane. But the machines to make these parts cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. You would want to at least try and sell as many curves as straights because each of them have their own machine, each cost the same amount. But if you're going to sell so much of this without many of these, it's not as worth it for the curves. I think that's why Lego will always sell them together and never sell them individually. I think they had the curves fail as selling separately for 9-volt train sets. I think they just had probably overstock as well, and they want to avoid that. Their goal is, make the product, get it off the shelf, give it to people that need it and are happy to build with it, and so forth. And that is why I think Lego will never again sell straight train track by itself. Hopefully this was a good video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to see more. I'll be posting train content on Tuesdays. And let me know in the comments what you think. If Lego ever does make straight train track again, whoever comments on this video, I will definitely get you a pack of straight track if they ever make it by itself again. If I'm monetized, at least. All right, have a good one. Good night. Lego, my James-O.